you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Knocked us down once, got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win. Had to stop being basic. All of my teams had to chase me. You counted me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never would fold, never could pin. Just wanna win. Sorry, I'm not slipping in. Not slipping in. Just wanna win. Not slipping in. Oh, the bar that helps me. I just can't decide. Will I have this war to take me? Or will I decide to fight? Will I have this war to take me? Or will I decide to fight? Wake up, I had to stay up, took a few pay cuts, I had to save up. Now they can't say much, changing the game up. Back on my grind like I never left. Gotta take this to a level up. Gotta stay focused, can't mess it up. Gotta move smart, cause I know that they testing us. I'm in my bag, no longer checking the tags. Remember the days I wanted this bag, now look where I'm at, I cannot be mad. Jumped in the game and I did the dash. There's no looking back, can't live in the past. I know that you sad, go get you a bag. All of this winning is making you mad. Sorry, I'm not slipping.
This is the 2KMC, and it's that time. Top plays time. And this week, we're showing your best from 2K Compete events. Let me see them plays. Tipping things off, we have Liam Creasy playing Treasure Hunters. Catches the alley-oop pass and finishes with the insane between-the-legs dunk. That was some serious hang time, folks. Moving on to the Big Top Challenge, where Sullivan Kalen gets loose. Front flips off the trampoline and sinks the one-handed circus shot. Was that luck or skill? That was awesome. Next, it's Sonny Lockett 68-66 playing Beats by Night. The big protects the rim, runs the floor, and whips the behind-the-back assist. Look at that glowing pink center doing it all. Last but not least, we have Watch Me Work 601, breaking ankles and rising up for the slam. He may be playing dime time, but the only thing he's dropping is bodies. Now, vote for your favorite play from 2K Compete. And if you want your highlights to be featured in an episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is the 2KMC, and I'll be back next week with even more top plays.
We like to keep in touch and keep you guys connected, and we've been seeing so many new faces in the community.
That's right, there are a ton of new and exciting NBA 2K content creators all over the place, and we want to feature some of the best ones right here on 2K TV, starting with an interview next week with a member named Chris CT.
So check back next week for that and so much more.
See you then.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Looking at Minnesota, round 2 went the distance with 7 tough games. They've been tested and remain determined to punch their ticket to the NBA Finals. And here we are, the conference finals. So close to that grand stage, Shaq. What's the atmosphere back in the locker rooms right now?
Well, this is what they're working all year to get to, but the job is not finished. You still have to win 4 more games to win.
And your focus has to be on game 1. Don't let yourself get caught up in this enormity of the moment. Just realize that there are a lot of people in the world who aren't even watching this game, and you have to be calm and cool and cool.
There's a lot of people not watching us right now?
There's so many people that are watching.
Have you lost your mind?
Right now. There's more people not watching than watching. That's how I used to
I can't confirm that.
Me either. I think there are more people watching than not watching.
Then you're going to get all upset and all anxious then.
Yeah. Shivers and shivers.
Exactly.
There's Kevin Harlan.
And in the locker room, all eyes on the prize. Everything they've been working toward this season culminates tonight. Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. 2 Western teams have run the gauntlet. Only one can emerge victorious to claim a spot in the finals. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals begins in a moment. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Magic Johnson is out there with Hawkins. Then there's Nowitzki. Then there's Kersey. And it's Chamberlain in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Chambers, John Stockton up there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal, and it's Elliott in at the small forward. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And what a moment for these teams as this important game, 1 of the Western Conference Finals, is getting going here. Stockton against Johnson. Now the pass to Chambers. He kicks it to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Johnson, the pass to Nowitzki. That one drops for him.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Up top, Shaq. Johnson against Stockton. Here's Elliott. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And this is why Elliott is a valuable player for them. A lefty small forward with a lethal perimeter shot.
Johnson against Stockton. Hawkins passes to Johnson. Kersey kicks to Johnson. Now, here is Chamberlain. It's Hawkins on the wing. Lets it go. Money from the wing. First quarter of play with about 1.5 minutes gone. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Chamberlain. The shot. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Doncic passes to O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Johnson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Shaq.
You know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Pelicans shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. First one falls for him. So Johnson hits 2 of them.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Johnson against Stockton. Pass to Chambers. Pass to Elliott. Shot clock at 6. It's not going to go for him. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Stockton against Johnson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And throughout the history of our league, few athletes are truly unique enough to change the way the sport is played, and Magic falls into that category.
O'Neal. And the layup's good off the glass. Shaq's got his second basket of the night.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Here's Johnson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. The Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Elliott against Griffin. Fades back and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
But here's the problem. No one's got the strength to move Wilt off his spot, and no one has the height to challenge the shot at its point of release.
Here's Chambers, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Pelicans trail. Hawkins with it. Johnson outside. Chamberlain trying to get open, and the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 8.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Stockton passes to Chambers, and it's sent back by Nowitzki. That one goes. Count it. Here is Hawkins. Johnson outside. Doncic with the steal. Goes up, and the dunk by Doncic.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Doncic against Hawkins. Jokic is checking for Chambers. Defense, the Timberwolves. They lead by 4. Johnson outside. Pass to Kersey. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped. Here's Doncic. Count that one. 8 points for him.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pelicans trail by 6. Here's Hawkins. Sweet little floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Hawkins has gone 2 of 3 from the field. Boom, he chains it straight down.
Yeah, you gotta love the recognition there. Stockton just so unselfish, always looking to find the open man.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. for New Orleans. Here's Van Exel, and he makes good on the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Minnesota leading by 4. Stockton outside. The pass to Abdur-Rahim. Eaton grabs the miss.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Stockton following the score by New Orleans. Pass to Abdur-Rahim. Pass to Jokic. Here's Abdur-Rahim. 6 to shoot, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. It's the Timberwolves now. Mitchell in the corner, lets it fly. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him to appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Cassell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 5 to shoot, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota leading by 4. Passes to Abdur-Rahim. Back to Stockton. Pelicans with the rebound. Now Van Exel. Here's the dish to Williamson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Not a guy you can stop by fouling. Williamson too focused and too powerful.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Williamson. And so it's Minnesota with it. Mitchell outside. On the pass to Adams. Here's Abdur-Rahim. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Mitchell's shot is good.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. To Van Exel. Stolen by Mitchell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Jokic. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 5 assists in the game.
Jokic in body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
Cassell against Stockton. Cassell kicks to Jones. Now here's Williamson. Clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Cassell. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Timberwolves. 6-point game. He dishes it to Stockton. Pass to Jokic. Stockton draws the double. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Timeout call, first of the game for Minnesota.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
54 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Stockton against Cassell. Stockton outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Jokic. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Not going to intimidate Jokic at that range. His focus tonight, razor sharp.
Launches a 3. Van Exel, no good. Minnesota leading by 7. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Adams. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mitchell with it. Now defended by Williamson. Unloads. Misses the jumper. And it's sent back by Jokic. And so it's Minnesota heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we're ready to get back into the action here in game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now. Just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Donovan Mitchell is out there with Stockton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And there's Chambers. And it's Abdul Rahim in at the 3 slot. So it's the Timberwolves now, following the score by New Orleans. Here's Jokic. Here's Chambers. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Chambers got the lead up to 7 now for Minnesota. Van Exel passes to Williamson. Stolen by Stockton. Here we go, one-on-one. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
And you love seeing Stockton get going defensively. Terrific at using his hands there to come up with steals.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Puts it up from 12. Cassell gets the bucket.
Nice piece of work there. Get yourself a little space and pull the trigger.
The pass to Jokic. Over Williamson. Jokic, no good. Pelicans trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Out to the right wing. Now here's Williamson. He's covered by Stockton. Clock at 4. Here's Cassell. A shot that time, not on target. And Minnesota now the other way. Chambers kicks to Stockton. It's tipped.
And having Eaton protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Free throw, no good for Jokic. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's to Kersey. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Kersey's got his first bucket of the night.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Minnesota calls timeout. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. O'Neal passes to Elliott. And here is Doncic. He's got 8. From past the arc. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Pass to Johnson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the concentration. He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. Timberwolves leading by 4. Elliott kicks to Doncic. With some arc, Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Nowitzki. Basket counts. And now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Stripped away. Johnson surveying the floor. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. There's the lob to the hoop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. This is it to Nowitzki. Johnson outside. Over Doncic. Johnson's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Chambers. He has 5. Elliott passes to Doncic. Shot clock at 5. On deep. But they get it back. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backcourt.
Hawkins passes to Nowitzki. The pass to Kersey. Beyond the arc. The Pelicans get another chance here. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
It looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Minnesota shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Chamberlain's checked in for New Orleans. Free throw, good. Jokic. Pelicans trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Shaq is really having a good game here.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Minnesota. Steven Adams. Johnson with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Hawkins. To stop the run. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Fires from the line. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Pelicans trail by 9. Johnson outside. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Plays it up and banks it in. And now it's only a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 8, and Shaq with the slam.
How about the reach of O'Neal there? A huge target for his teammates on these alley-oops.
Pass to Nowitzki. Pitch to Johnson. Let's go. That one wide left. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Doncic. Johnson with some nice D.
Now, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Magic Johnson picks one up.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
Minnesota making a switch. Mitchell's checked in. And then for New Orleans, Williamson is checked in for Nowitzki. Jones comes in for Jerome Kersey. And it's Cassell and Hersey Hawkins.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Cassell, the teardrop falls in. Cassell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Adams outside. Doncic outside. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Now here's Williamson. 5 points in the game. 2 points. That one goes.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Elliott the bucket.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates.
Johnson outside. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. And it's Mitchell missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now, here is Chamberlain. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson outside. Great assist by Sam Cassell. Johnson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
50 seconds left to play here in the half. Jones against Elliott. Here's Doncic at basket number 6 to the stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Johnson. 15 points in the game. Puts it up. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Cassell.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Inside, here's O'Neal, and Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
And that one misses.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
And so it's the... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Western Conference Finals. For the Timberwolves, they put themselves in decent shape to grab that all-important Game 1 victory. So far, they've clearly... And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside.
Now we a good boy. Used to be fast, back, digital dash, going around the...
We're back at of the Western Conference Final. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. Really an incredible game from Shaquille O'Neal.
There must be ice water in his veins. Such an important game, and he plays superb basketball in that opening half.
Yeah, GA, still interesting to see if in this second half he can find ways to get to those same spots.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Pelicans trail by 8. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Nowitzki is out there with Chamberlain. Then it's Magic Johnson. Then it's Hersey Hawkins. And it's Kirsten with the small forward. New Orleans moving the ball around. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Johnson against Doncic. The high post shot. And too long on the shot. Minnesota leading by 5. And he lobs it up toward the rim. O'Neal misses.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop.
And you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
He gets it in there. And that's now 6 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Elliott passes to Doncic. Over Hawkins. And it's Doncic. Time on the assist from Sean Elliott.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
The teardrop, and with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Hawkins.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Stockton's shot is good.
That is how you score on a bigger defender. Instead of fading away, go right at the bottom.
Chambers against Hawkins. Here's Nowitzki. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Shaq.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
New Orleans making a switch here. Van Exel's checked in. And that one falls for Nowitzki. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Stockton against Van Exel. Chambers the pass to O'Neal. Chamberlain with the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. So it's Minnesota with it. They've led by as much as 10. Over to the wing. O'Neal kicks to Doncic. 6 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Will Chamberlain picks one up.
And so confident, even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
All 3 throws good from Doncic. Pelicans trail by 4. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Nowitzki, and that's off the glass and in.
Timeout.
Nowitzki's got 7 now in this quarter.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
O'Neal high post. He kicks it to Doncic. over Hawkins, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 21 in the game.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And Exel passes to Chamberlain. Over O'Neal. Chamberlain, no luck. Minnesota leading by 4. Shaq down low. Guarded by Chamberlain. And it's Shaq missing. Here's Hawkins. Nails the wide open jump shot. Hawkins has got 10. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Stockton passes to O'Neal. 14 feet away. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the Pelicans with possession here. Trailing by 2. Poke loose. To the inside. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even. Nowitzki's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Passes it to Abdul Rahim. O'Neal. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just spins off the D with ease.
The pass to Nowitzki. Pass to Hawkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the lead, that's tipped. Here's Chambers. He's got 5. And the shot goes in. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Nowitzki. Now here's Van Exel, defended by Chambers. Back to Nowitzki. Carries it down low. Nowitzki's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hawkins against Doncic. Back to Shaq, and Shaq with the slam.
He's just adept at flooding the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he will thread the needle.
Van Exel against Stockton. It's blocked by Shaq. Stockton kicks to Doncic. The baseline jam. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jokic, he's checked in for Shaq. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Chambers. The Pelicans also changing it up. Williamson is checked in for Nowitzki. Jones comes in for Jerome Kersey. And it's Cassell in for Van Exel. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
I'll tell you, the plus wingspan is part of what makes Williamson so difficult to defend.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Knocks it loose. Jokic passes to Stockton. Now Jokic, 10 points for him. Fires at the elbow. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Jokic. 25 points for Luka Doncic. Mitchell against Hawkins. Outside, Jones. Here's Cassell. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Cassell's got 10. Minnesota in the lead. Stockton outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Stockton's got his second bucket of the night.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Williamson, the pass to Cassell. Pass it to Williamson. Over Stockton. And it's Williamson missing. Minnesota leading by 4. Mitchell looking it over. And there's the pass to Jokic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Eaton. Here's Cassell. Rebound, Minnesota. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Three-pointer from Stockton. Connects from three-point range. And it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Elliott's checked in. Stockton right side. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And Minnesota has possession. Mitchell outside. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
They need this. Cassell gets the bucket. Cassell's got 4 points in the quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Stockton against Johnson. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
A fadeaway. And that one hits back iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Johnson. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
That's just more for Magic. And for all of his unselfish ways, if he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis.
And it's blocked. They get it back. It could go, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Minnesota. He got the double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action after this word. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Donovan Mitchell. Chambers out there with Jokic. Then there's John Stockton. And it's Elliott in at the small forward spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor.
Here's Cassell. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribbles?
Timberwolves leading by 13. Now here's Stockton. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Chamberlain, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Sean Elliott. Elliott's got assist number 5 here tonight. And here is Johnson. Passes it to Cassell. High, arcing shot. He lays it in.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Jokic. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 13. There's the pass to Johnson. Stolen away. Fast break, Minnesota. A nice shot by Stockton. Stockton's got 18 points just in the second half.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. New Orleans making some changes here. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Williamson. Hersey comes in for Jones. And Hersey Hawkins subbed in for Cassell. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Johnson's got 25 points.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Hawkins against Stockton. Hawkins kicks to Nowitzki. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
O'Neal's checked in for Nikola Jokic. Timberwolves leading by 9. Stockton passes to O'Neal. Here's Chambers, guarded by Chamberlain. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Stockton can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. He's been accurate tonight. I think the best way for them to succeed is to get him more shots. Sounds simple, but it comes down to execution.
Mitchell dishes to Stockton, and it's blocked. Just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pass to Chambers. Mitchell outside. Good on the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Mitchell against Hawkins. That's Nowitzki at the elbow. And they pick up 2.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Doncic is checked in for Minnesota. Minnesota calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Ryan Saunders said to the team. He's happy with how they've been playing. He told them, hey, they had their chance, but this is where we take it from them. This is our game and our series. I'm pretty fired up, Kevin.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Chamberlain. It's blocked by Shaq. And he recovers it. But they'll get another chance. And the shot is good from Johnson. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. This is to Stockton. Doncic passes to Stockton. And taken away by Magic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Back to Doncic. Good on the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And already in his career, Doncic displays a remarkable amount of pro moves, including that floater right there.
Here's Hawkins. Again, the Pelicans score. Here is Elliott. Shot from 12. Here's O'Neal. Chamberlain with the rebound. Chamberlain got 6 rebounds here tonight. Count it, and the foul. They get John Stockton.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And that one falls for Johnson. Minnesota leading by 3. Pass to O'Neal. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton. Stockton's got assist number 8 now on the night. Feeds to Johnson. A beautiful reverse layup. Johnson's got 34 points.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Passes it to Chambers. There's the feed to O'Neal. And the pass to Chambers. Chamberlain with the block. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. To shoot. A shot by Stockton, no good. Pelicans trail by 3. Percy with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. And that one misses. So neither attempt will fall that time frame. Timberwolves leading by 3. Throws it up high, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop to the paint. Chamberlain, and it's Chamberlain finishing it off.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Stockton against Johnson. Stockton passes to Chambers. Nowitzki with the steal. Pass to Johnson. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. They get John Stockton.
Big shot maker. When the game heats up, so does Magic.
That one drops. He ties it up. Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. And here we go. Pelicans running again to take the lead. And he sinks the layup. Johnson's got 39.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now flow.
Down low, here's Kersey, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Minnesota calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Magic Johnson.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control. Yeah, crucial basketball. And as long as they've got that mismatch, big on small, you've got to take it down.
The more that you level up in the game of basketball, it becomes about the matchups, identifying the weakest link, and then exploiting it.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're ahead by 2. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. To the middle.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Timberwolves trail by 4. Stockton with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Pass to Jokic. Over Kersey. Nice spin out the left rim and in. 16 points for Jokic.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moment.
To the right side. Here's Nowitzki. Here's Eaton. Jokic defending. Nowitzki, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
A great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Tried to bank it in, but he missed it. 4-on-3 break. Here's Doncic. Bullseye.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Stockton. And the basket by Johnson.
And you just can't draw that up any better. It's a pivotal moment in the game, and they go with the size mismatch for the lane.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possession from this point on.
Jokic doing a better job there of using his body inside and getting the angle, then finds his way to the line.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 3. 24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Stockton against Johnson. Pass to Nowitzki. Over Chambers. Nowitzki, no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And the Pelicans miss again. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum is so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.